So welcome back to what I'm teaching this week. Today we are talking about first grade, so I'd love to know what you are teaching first grade this week, so let me know. And yeah, so if you're new around here, hi, my name is Becca and I teach elementary music. Every week on Tuesdays at 5:30, I've been going live on Instagram and on Facebook to talk about the lessons that I have that week. The reason I phrase it as a week is because I see the same students for a week at a time, and then I see a different set of students the next week. So what happens is, like, I see the same first grade all this week, and then next week I'll have a different first grade. So I plan like a week at a time, and then I use that for about a month. And so it's super funky. It actually works better than it sounds. Everyone's always like, you know what? It works better than it sounds. But we have now gone through, we're on our second rotation. So I've seen everybody once. We are in our second one. This week we're talking about first grade, and first grade is working on keeping that steady beat, singing high and low, and also we are doing one of my favorite Hispanic heritage, or my favorite Spanish songs that there is. We do Spanish songs. I was just talking when no one was here because I didn't press the button. We do Spanish songs like all year long. So this song we actually prepped and I did last time I saw them, and then this time we're doing it again. And we do all the different languages all the time because I just think they're so much fun, and the kids think they're so much fun. So we learn about all the different countries. But we are doing a Spanish song today, one of my favorites, because it is Hispanic Heritage Month. So let's get started. Okay, so on Monday, my first graders come in and we do our Go Noodle as per usual. I always show them the same little Google Slides thing. I just switch out what the I can statement is, and I switch out the videos. And these are free on my TPT shop, so if you have not grabbed those, go grab them. They're completely editable, like everything on there is editable. After that, we do our welcome song. We review our 4 rules because we do that every Monday of every week for the entire school year, because I go like a month without seeing the kids, and if it's over like Christmas break, I go like 2 months without seeing the kids. So when they come back, I always make sure that we remember what all of the rules are. We also talk about them often during activities, so just always keeping those in mind. And then we start with Hickory Dickory Dock. So this is one of my favorite little nursery rhymes. It is just so much fun. The kids love it, and I love it too. So Hickory Dickory Dock is really simple. If you don't know it, I will say it, and then I'll also show you what the little actions that we have are. So for Hickory Dickory Dock, what we do is on the first line, we pat our legs to the steady beat. On the second line, we pretend we're a mouse running up the clock, and then we show what time it is with our hands. And then the mouse runs down the clock, and then we go back to the steady beat. So it looks like this. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. And the first time we do this, I always ask them, what number comes after 1? They're like, 2. Awesome. And then we do it again. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 2, the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. So we get a little bit of like clock in, as well as a lot of movement and steady beat, and it's just so much fun. They love that one, and most of them actually don't know it. So I like doing ones they don't know that they should. This is from a PowerPoint that is on my TPT shop, by the way, in case you are interested. So then after we do that, I ask them to be creative and let me know why they think the mouse is running up the clock. So far I've gotten answers like, maybe there's some cheese up at the top of the clock, maybe a cat is chasing them. I got one, oh, maybe he needs to see what time it is. I thought that one was just really clever. And so that's just a good way to get kids kind of using their brain and connecting different things. And it's fun, and it takes like 2 seconds. And then I show them this slide. We could go to present mode. I show them this slide that has all the little mice on it, and they very gently, we talk about being gentle, tap on the screen to the steady beat, and I tap usually with my Apple Pencil, which I don't have here, to make sure I don't accidentally hit to the next line. And so we just say it one more time, and we tap the steady beat with a little mice. So Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. easy peasy. Again, this is free on my TBT shop and it is just a lot of fun. So definitely go get it, but it's all good. So then after that, I'm like, oh cool, we have the study beat with that. Let's see if we can keep the study beat with this song. And we go into the song, The Muffin Man. So I just have like the words and then a little muffin on the screen, and this is prepping an activity we're doing tomorrow. So that's why that's important. And so I just have them like tap their shoulders while we sing it, tap their head while they sing it. Super easy. Most of them do know the Muffin Man. It's been at least half and half, but most of them have known it. And then we go over my favorite Spanish song ever, and that is Que Llueva. So last time I had first grade, we sang this in English on purpose. And this time I like to start, so I like teach it to them in English one week, and then they come back the next week and I'm like, awesome, we're gonna sing this song that we sang last time, so it should be super familiar. And I start singing it in Spanish and their little faces just go like, and it is hilarious. And actually I've had at least one kid in every class figure out what the difference is. I'm like, why does it sound weird? And then somebody has been able to say like, I don't know those words. Or someone actually did say this time, like, that was in Spanish. And I was like, yes, it is. So, Que Llueva, one of my favorite songs. It goes like this. Let's sing it in English, then we'll sing it in Spanish so that you know it both ways. And I'll do the little actions that I made up to go along with it. So it goes like this. It's raining, the frog is in his cottage, the little birds are singing, the silver moon is rising, yes, yes, no, no, the falling rain is here. So then in Spanish, it is the same thing, but in Spanish, so it goes, que llueva, la rana está en la cueva, los pajaritos cantan, la luna se levanta, que sí, que no, que caiga un chaparrón. So I sing it in Spanish, they like totally freak out, and then I'm like, oh, I was singing it in Spanish. And that's my little in to talk about like, oh, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. So we're celebrating people who are Hispanic. Hispanic means people who speak Spanish, or people from a country where they speak Spanish, because my kids don't even know what Hispanic means. And so we go through that. And then after that, we talk through the different words. So I don't teach them all of the words at once. I have learned some things teaching little kids songs in different languages, and so that's why I taught it to them in English first, so they already know the tune. Now I'm teaching them in Spanish, and I start with just a few words. So I just found some pictures on Google and inserted them into my little slide, and so I have like the main things. So we just learned these words. So we learned llueva, rana, cueva, pajaritos, that's a fun one to teach them, luna, and then it goes back to llueva. So I teach them those, really 5, and we do like the actions that go along with them, and then I'll sing it. And my goal is just that they can kind of pick out those words because they kind of know what is happening now. And that is it for day 1. On Tuesday, they come in, we do our go noodle, we do our welcome song, and then we do hickory dickory dock again because they just love it. So we do it some more. After that, then we go on to another nursery rhyme. We're doing lots of nursery rhymes this week. And this one is Jack and Jill. So I just have like the lyrics, and then I put a little hill on my slide, and I have an arrow going up and an arrow going down. And so what we do with this one is we take our 2 hands, one is Jack and one is Jill, and they go up the hill together, and then they come down separately. So we go, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. So we do that usually about 3 times, and then I will pull out my glockenspiel. Introduce my glockenspiel because they might not know it because I didn't have them last year. And so I'm like, this is a glockenspiel. It sounds super pretty, listen to it. And I'm like, but it's super fun when you do it this way. And if you turn it sideways, then it kind of, whoa, that got dark. Then it kind of looks like the hill that Jack and Jill went up. So you do the same thing with your hands, but I am going to go up and down the hill here. So they're still doing with their hands, and I just do it with this. So we do Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Easy peasy. So then I ask them at the top of the hill, is my top bar high or is my highest bar big or small? And they're like, it's really small. I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I say, you know, okay, well, is the bottom bar, is it small or is it large? And they let me know about that one. So after we do Jack and Jill, we talk about the hill, we talk about the high and the low and the small and the big. Then we talk about the Muffin Man song. So we just sing it straight through it. We did it yesterday, so it's super easy. And then we have a lot of fun. So then this is out of the game plan book, so I cannot take credit for it. Game plan first grade. I always forget to put them back. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I have 8 muffins on 8 plates. Inserted pictures from Google. I don't even know where they're from. And so what we do is I tell them to very gently take their hand and tap on the screen, and I tap with mine, and they go through, and every time there's a muffin they say yum, because muffins are yummy. So we say yum, 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 yum. Easy peasy. Then I take one out. I think I actually saw that Music and Motivate was doing this the other day, and I already had it planned, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So then I take one out and I tell them, okay, so now we ate one of the muffins. So what's gonna happen is we're still gonna say yum every time there's a muffin, but if there's an empty plate, we can't say yum because there's nothing there. So you're just gonna kind of go, because the plate's still there, but we can't say anything because there's no muffin. So then we go through and go yum, 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 yum. And I usually let the kids pick which muffins we're gonna take off. I just call them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I should put the numbers on them because that would be easier, because they usually forget what number is which. But super cute and super fun, and it's practicing the study beat and kind of prepping us for rhythm and beat and all those good things that we're gonna talk about next time. After that, we go back and do Que Llueva again. I wanted to do my other favorite song, which I will tell you about at the end since I did not make it in here. I wanted to do the song Los Pollitos because I love that one, but we just did not have time for it this week. So on Thursday we start with, you guessed it, Hickory Dickory Dock, because it's just a crowd pleaser and it's easy and it gets a lot of their wiggles out, which is really my biggest thing. Is I'm like, you need to move your body so you can sit down. So then we do the King of France, which is a lesser known nursery rhyme, but super fun, super simple. So it's just the King of France went up the hill with 40,000 men. The King of France came down the hill and never came back again. And that's the whole thing. Super, super simple. And so for this one, we just keep the study beat on a couple different places on our bodies. And then I say, okay, can you give me a thumbs up when we go up and a thumbs down when we go down? And that kind of brings us back into our high and low talk from yesterday. So I pull my glockenspiel back out. We talk a little more about it. And then I just have them give me a thumbs up when I'm playing on the highest notes, and a thumbs down when I'm playing on the lowest notes. So then we pull out the song Bidlow, which is by Mussorgsky. It's one of the pictures at an exhibition pieces, and it is super fun. And what we do with this is I have the kids, if we have time, today we just did it with our hands, but if they have time, then they go find something that works like our scarves, and when they hear high sounds, we're up high, and when they hear low sounds, we're down low. And I like this one because it has pretty distinctive high sections versus low sections, so it makes it easy for us to figure this out. So y'all, they come back with like plastic bags, napkins, blankets, jackets, t-shirts, all the different things, but they just think it is the most fun thing ever. Like, their faces are even more excited than when we're at school, which I think is kind of hilarious when you're like dancing with a plastic bag, but you know, whatever. After that, we then I'm like, hey, do you remember how we sang that song in Spanish the other day? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, cool, we're gonna sing a new song in Spanish today. And on this one, I want you to show me the highs and the lows as well. And it's super simple because there's only one word. And so this song is called El Coqui, which is super, super, super cute and super simple. And again, it only has one main word on the verse, which means it is very easy to teach the kids. So this one, the verse goes, or the chorus goes, Coqui, 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 kiki, kiki, and we go really high. Coqui, 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 kiki, kiki. And that's basically the entire song. Also, I found this video of a frog singing it on Dora the Explorer. So I will link this on the YouTube videos. Then after that, since we've now been doing all of the different Spanish, if we have time, then we'll sing our Que Llueva song, and they know pretty much the whole thing now, which makes it super, super fun. On Friday, when they come in, we start with something just super, super, super simple. It's very fancy. I take out my drum and I say, okay, I want you to take a step every time I tap my drum, okay? And the catch is that I change the tempo. So I usually do it in groups of 8. So we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And it's just a really good way to get the kids listening. After that, we do the, what do we do? Oh, we talk a little bit more about high and low and all those good things, and we listen to Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter and do the same thing with our scarves from yesterday. It's a crowd pleaser, and Hedwig's theme again is one of those, like, it has very high parts and very low parts, so it's really easy to kind of identify those. After that, we watch this high-low song from Music K8 that's legit 30 seconds. And that's the whole thing. Again, 30 seconds. I have the kids show me thumbs up when it's high, thumbs down when it's low, because after this, we are actually going to do a really quick assessment. So that is just on YouTube, which again, I will link in the YouTube video that will be up by tomorrow. So super simple, but it's just from Music K8 and it's from their YouTube channel. So if you don't know, Music K8 has a bunch of videos on their YouTube channel, which are just super cute and super fun and things like that that are just perfect. Like, let's, you know, make sure we got all those things. After that, then I just have them show me thumbs up, thumbs down, and I will play clips of a bunch of songs. What I do is not fancy. I just go on iTunes and I have found a CD. It's like the London Philharmonic's greatest hits or something like that, and I just go through the first couple ones and they just show me, is it high or is it low? And then I have them close their eyes and they continue to do the same thing, and I just write down and like check off in my notebook, like, yes, this person is identifying them correctly, and no, this person is not identifying them correctly. And it takes just a few minutes, and then we're pretty much done for the day. So then we play freeze dance, because we play freeze dance every Friday, because why not? All right, so that is everything I'm teaching first grade this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can check out the playlist, which has all of these that I have done every single week. So if you're looking for certain grades or certain concepts, you can check them out there. And if you're on Instagram or on Facebook, come find me. I'm Becca's Music Room on both, and we go live at 5:30 on Eastern on Tuesdays every single week to talk all about the lessons that we're doing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.